Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concepts. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came from for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you XLR for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which is really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother, I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary, that is the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens. And they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with XLR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about XLR program. I took part in the XLR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you XLR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the XLR programs. Thank you.
A very good evening to all the participants, those who are present here for today's student development program. I would request the students to inform quickly to their fellow mates to join in the session, as we would be starting the session in another 5 minutes.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person, where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course, and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching, and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
A warm welcome to all the dignitaries who have joined in for today's program, Student Development Program on Foundations of Programming with Python. This program starts today, 15 September, and the session will be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the next 15 days. Every day, there will be 2 hours of training. So before we could start, let me give you a quick intro of XLR. XLR, founded in 2013 by IIM ISB alumni, headquartered in USA, close to 8 lakh plus students and professionals we have trained so far, and we have catered to the requirements of individuals, institutions, and industries. Our biggest strength is on our premium associations, where we have strongly connected with iHub Divya Sampark, SkillUp APSSDC, AppShe, Task, KMDC, IIT Madras, Pravartak, IIT Roorkee, Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Bitspilani, NASCOM Future Skill Prime, and Swayam Plus. We have our courses approved by NASCOM and Swayam Plus too. We have been awarded twice by Deloitte, Silicon India Business Intelligence for our excellence in training, Analytics India, PMP training. Through our training programs, so far we have trained 80,000 plus faculties through our faculty development program. Students trained are 8 lakh plus and strongly conducted 600 plus webinars. All of these we have been made it possible through our learning management system tool, LMS online training. And this has happened through our academic partners, close to 2,000 plus, on emerging technology front, close to 40 plus technical courses. And we have also a strong connect with placement partners, close to 5,000 plus. Through our everyday learning, student development program and faculty development program, we have been constantly training the students and faculties, close to 8,14,097, where we have a mix of engineering, degree, and others. Similarly, faculty development program close to 70,000 plus, where it is a mix of engineering, degree, and others. For today's program, we have close to 14,000 plus registrations from Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and others. And about our everyday learning, I would like to give you quick insight saying that we deliver everyday learning program for students and faculties on application oriented hands-on training on the trending technologies, close to 39 plus. And this also helps the colleges to help them in fulfilling the NAC and NBA requirements. We have been doing this successfully close to more than 2.5 years, and wherein through our ideal offerings, we also sign MOUs largely with the colleges pan India, conduct industry webinars, do a lot of faculty development program, professional training, and all of these training programs happen in the LMS, where the student also will have to complete the assignment and assessments, and will be also get an opportunity to learn more on the industry use cases. And of course, there are a lot of training programs related to the placement preparations, which will help the students to crack the job interview. So this is how our LMS would look like. You would be able to, once you register for any XLR training program, you would be able to access the course through the LMS portal. And also you would be able to view the past events, the upcoming events, and the past recordings of the training program as well. Shortly, you will be given a complete LMS walkthrough by Mr. Amar Shivate. And the student development program so far we have trained is close to 59 plus. Constantly participating colleges are close to 1,600 plus. The number of enrollments for these are 8 lakh plus. And the most popular programs for the students on these were DSA for campus placements, ChatGPT, generative AI, advanced Excel. This has been repeatedly been asked and delivered to the students. Similarly, faculty development program, constantly participated colleges are 1,500 plus, 42 plus FDP so far conducted, and 80,000 plus faculties have attended the program. And much in demand or most popular programs where which we have delivered so far are on AI, generative AI, deep learning, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, data analytics using Power BI, cybersecurity, NLP, and many others. Similarly, seminars and webinars so far conducted, close to 500 plus, 50,000 plus participants have attended the webinars. And for every training program under everyday learning, the student who has successfully completed, wherein he or she has attended all the sessions, will be awarded with a participation certificate for student development program. And for a faculty development program, the certificate would look like this. We have also delivered various category of programs, and these are some of the sample certificates which we have issued to the participants. These are some of our recent engagements, which you have also seen just now in a video where it is data analytics using Minitab tool training at IIT Roorkee. And this is at BITS Pilani, Hyderabad. It's a student initiative. Students from BITS Pilani approached us to for the Power BI training. And this is Skill Up Final Year program, a campus recruitment training program which was exclusively curated for the students of final year, wherein we had 50,000 plus registrations for the same. As I had mentioned, the student who completely attend everyday classes without missing on their assignments, assessments will only be awarded with a certificate. So this is a 5-subject module where coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills, tips and techniques to ace the job interview was also delivered during this training program. And a learner who enrolls for any program will also be able to access some of the training modules of this. And this was the certificate which was issued during their Skill Up Final Year program, and only 5,200 plus eligible students who were eligible were awarded with this prestigious certificate. So maximum registrations which we received was from Andhra Pradesh, 10,000 plus. And a college who participates or collaborates for any everyday learning program, we share them the posters and we collaborate with them. So these are some of the collaborations which we had in the past on various category of programs. Now, without much further ado, let me quickly hand over the session to the trainer. So again, a warm welcome to all the dignitaries from faculty, that is from colleges, faculties, HODs, who have come in for today's student development program on foundations of programming with Python. So let me quickly introduce you to the distinguished guest for today, Dr. Rajshri Gadave, Associate Professor and HOD of Computer Engineering, Pillai HOC College of Engineering and Technology. She is a PhD in Computer Engineering from University of Mumbai, Associate Professor and HOD, and she has researched and filed 4 patents in machine learning, authored 20 plus research papers in reputed international journals and conferences. Lifetime member of ISPE. Research interests include image processing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and optimization algorithms. A warm welcome to you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, over to you. You can share a few insights about this program.
Okay, so it is an indeed honor for me to be here as a guest for this student development program on foundation of programming and Python organized by XLR. So as I have seen right now, the numbers which you have shown just now, it is very huge, and XLR is having collaboration in each and every region, we can say. It covers each region. So this is very proud moment, we can say. And this SDP, that is Student Development Program, plays very important role in gaining the practical knowledge, we can say. So it enhances the subject knowledge, which provides the right platform to align the academic learning with rapidly evolving the industry needs. So such initiatives are important to take, and XLR are doing best in it, which involves the latest tools, technology, and the best practices. In this era where artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning transforming in every sector, so the different innovation and personalization and the lifelong learning which provides the XLR is the best, I can say. And I also want to appreciate for your consistent efforts, that you are consistently bridging the gap between the academia and industry. Uh, you design the programs which actually focuses the practical knowledge, application based, which helping the students to develop the skills. And we have collaborated from last 3 to 4 years. I have seen from my college itself, we are having the huge number of count which the students which completing the programs. Not only the students but also the faculties are getting benefited through the XLRs. So I really want to congratulate XLR which taking so much efforts, and I want to congratulate the organizers for this wonderful initiative and encourage all the participants to take full advantage of this program, and wishing you all a very engaging and fruitful learning experience. So thank you everyone.
Thank you very much for your kind words, ma'am. Let me move on to our next dignitary for today's evening, Professor Dr. Ramakrishna Kolikipogu, Professor of IT, Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology. He has 20 plus years of teaching experience, currently the SPOC for CBIT, and has served as the head of R&D, CHNMS, and SDC. He has authored 3 textbooks and published 60 plus research papers in reputed journals and conferences. His expertise specializes in NLP, data science, and high performance computing with significant contributions to academic and research. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. So first of all, let me congratulate the XLR team for hosting the need of the hour student development program to benefit the students of this country. So good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to address you all on this occasion as we are beginning this student development program for the nation and value added course on fundamentals of programming with Python for CVIT students particularly. As someone who has been deeply engaged with the Python, I must tell you that this language is not just another programming language. It's not like any other tool, but it is an essential foundation for today's most in demand technologies, whether it is a data science or exploratory data analysis, visualization, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, IoT, or robotic automation process, and you name simply, you can simply say the Python is a gateway for all these. So then why is that? Because Python combines simplicity of learning with a powerful libraries and frameworks like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, TensorFlow, and PyTorch. There are many more. These tools allows us to handle vast data sets, visualize complex patterns and a simple presentation, and build intelligent system. All skills that are crucial for the engineers of the today's generation. And the Gen Z is must have a skill is strong Python libraries in our hand. So I believe this course is designed not just to teach you the Python basics, but to help you think like a programmer, analyze problems, and implement solutions. These fundamentals you gain here in this program with the directly support you to when you move into the advanced domains like exploratory data analysis, as I said, or you name data science or AI based applications, ML applications. There are many more domains to talk. But so my message to you all the participants, the students fraternity is very simple. Take this course seriously. It is your first step into the world uh, where data drives uh, crucial decisions and intelligence shapes the future. Let Python be your toolkit to unlock the future and build a strong portfolio in learning the computational skills and then problem solving, okay, through Python. So on behalf of the Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology, particularly the Department of IT, I thank XLR team, and I also thank our co-faculty coordinators, Professor M. Venugopalachari, the in charge head of the Department of the IT, and my colleague, Mr. G. Srikanth, who is another faculty member who kept efforts to accept this XLR student development program on Python be considered as a value added course. I also thank our principal, Professor C.V. Narsimlu, and Professor Krishnaveni Madam and the Professor P.V. Ravindra Reddy Garu for their continuous support in taking the collaborative tasks from the XLR and help our students grow rich in technology and programming. So I once again thank all the other co partners for hosting this kind of need of the hour program, and which will be definitely a foundation step to all our younger generation. So I wish you all the best. One small information to all the CBIT students. So it is mandatory you to have a XLR certification after complying with their rules. After that, we'll also conduct a proctored examination on your learning and offer you the additional value added course based upon the quality training offered by the XLR. This is the new step we have taken, madam. I extend my sincere thanks to Ram Garu and Amit Garu and many other team members. Thank you very much, Nitya madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your quick insights and your kind words on it. So without much further ado, let me introduce you to our trainer for today's evening. Deeptarko Das Sharma, corporate trainer, having 20 plus years in IT and telecom sectors, managing complex projects, leading cross-functional teams, and his specializations and expertise is in program management, operations, technology, consulting, deployment of large-scale telecom infrastructure, and OSS BSS systems. He's been into the freelance technology, trainer in programming, data analytics, and data science, passionate about knowledge sharing and team development. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Deeptarko.
Thank you, Ms. Nitya. Thank you so much. I'm just starting on my camera, and I hope I'm visible.
Yes, sir, you are visible.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that warm introduction. And yeah, I was just listening to the guests, revered guests. So I think the Professor Ramakrishna one note he struck, which he told it struck me, is that take this very seriously. Okay, this is Sir was hinting at a sort of Python as a life skill, right? So I thank Sir for that. It's a very valuable thing he has said. And I will just add on to what Sir said. I will also say, please take it as something you will love, grow with, and be passionate about. So on that note, I will start my my presentation, my
Sir, I
sessions
would
with you.
like to take a minute.
Yes,
We will
ma'am.
just finish off with the LMS walkthrough and then hand
Okay,
over the session to you, sir.
sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will
All right, sir.
just.
So let me hand over the session to Mr. Amar Shivate, who will give you a quick walkthrough on the LMS, after which we will hand over the session to the train.
Yeah.
Over to you, Amar.
Thank you. So, dear participants, once again, very good evening and warm welcome to the Student Development Program by XLR on Python. So, first of all, before entering into the LMS session, I just want to inform you, I'm just going through the YouTube chat and Zoom chat. So there are a couple of questions like how about the certificate, about the attendance, about the joining the session. So stay relaxed. Okay. Now in the next 10 minutes, I will explain each and everything which is going to be helpful for you for next 15 days, not 15 days to access the recordings for next year as well. Okay. So I believe that couple of students from the previous batches as well. So I would like to take the confirmation from each one of you if you are able to hear me clearly. So I would like to ask all of you to raise your hands. Yes, for this, let's quick confirmation. Then we'll proceed with the LMS KT session. I know that you are eagerly waiting to start off the session. I will take a 10 minutes of your time. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks a lot for all of you for the confirmation. So dear YouTube participant, no need to worry. The Zoom capacity is reached 1000. Stay there. Each and every information is going to be shared over the YouTube as well. Everything. We are monitoring your chat. your query, your question, all these links will be shared on the YouTube. So nothing to worry. Okay. So dear participant, let me start with the LMS KT session. So LMS is known as a learning management system and it XLR portal to provide you a one-stop solution for all e-learning material. Sir, what is all e-learning material? It's work be like in our daily life. So in a simple words, we used to visit the DMart with the what vision we used to have to visit the DMart. I will get that, I will get that, everything I will get at one place. I will buy that, I will come back to home, right? So here in the similar way, so on the LMS portal, you will get each and everything. So you are able to join the session from portal. You are able to get the attendance and feedback link from the portal. You are able to get the recordings of the session from the portal. On top of it, you are able to submit your assignment, your assessment as summation, a proctored assessment from the LMS portal. Okay. So now how to access the LMS portal? That is one important thing, right? So you can check here. If you're able to see on my screen, those who register till today morning around 11 o'clock or after that as well, after the registration, you are getting the confirmation mails, and by using that, you have to access the LMS portal. Okay, so you can check here portal link, email address, username, and the password. Okay, so now portal link is nothing but a URL. So as many of you are belonging from the tech IT, right? So you have an idea on the URL. So in our daily life, we'll use the different URLs, different portal, web app, right? So what we'll use? What applications will use? Web applications on our daily life. Can I have some answers into the chat box? Why that much silence, guys? Are you listening me, right? Yes. So web applications be like LinkedIn.in, right? Or for shopping, Amazon.com. So likewise, we're using the different web applications. So that is the URLs. So likewise, our XLR LMS portal URL is mylearning.xlr. Right? So why I'm tracing on that, every time you're not required to search for the mails and everything, you can just bookmark the URL mylearning.xlr.com to your browser, whatever the browser you're using, and you can easily access the portal. Okay, so below that you can check, you are able to see the email address, username, and password. So username is nothing but your email address, and as a first time user, you have a system generated password. Okay, so you have to use that. Now, once I click on this URL, mylearning.xlr.com, what next? It will take me through the sign in page. All right, and I have to provide the credentials here. So as I mentioned into the mail, here email address is nothing but my username and the password which is generated by the system. So guys, now there will be the two possibilities, right? So left or else right. Likewise, it will take me through the dashboard or else it will give the error. What error it will give? So please make sure that you are providing your email address correctly, registered mail ID only. While providing the password, you can make sure that you are providing the password correctly. And on top of it, still if you're facing the issue, you can avail the option of forget your password. Now, let's suppose a mathematical suppose we used to do now x plus y plus z, all these things. Likewise, I provided my email address successfully. I provided my password and now I'm clicking on to the sign in. What next? Okay, so let me reshare my screen and we'll go through the LMS portal directly. Okay, so just a couple of seconds. Yes. So once I provide my credentials successfully, we'll launch here on the XLR LMS portal. And here we are able to see a couple of options. So let's figure out one by one, and you can check here. You are able to see the profile option right here. I'm clicking onto the profile, then I have to click on a setting. So guys, what I said, the password is too lengthy and it's difficult to keep in our mind or brain every time, right? So it's better we can update the password, whatever password we want. Dear YouTube participant, no need to raise the hand. Okay, so I'm not sitting here with the notepad and noting your name that you are present or absent. I'm going to explain on that as well. So stay relaxed, okay? Just 2-3 minutes. I'm going to come on that point. So from here, you can set your profile. So whenever you are going to open any account, you have to set up your profile. Likewise, in the same scenario, your name, your username. If you want to upload the photo, you can upload the photo. And from here, you can update the password. So while updating the password, once you tap the password here, confirm the same password, and once these both password match, this button will be enabled and you are able to update that. Okay, I hope it's clear on the updating the profile. Now, to the left hand side, you are able to see a couple of options like back to homepage, leaderboard, dashboard, purchase history. Right? Let me click on back to homepage. So whatever the URL I'm mentioning, you can check here mylearning.xlr.com. By clicking onto the profile, you can go to the dashboard. Okay. Here, whatever you are able to see that different colleges, programs, something, chat GPT, testing tools, Munstack, right? So these are XLR's program only in collaboration with the government initiative, as Nitama mentioned into the introduction session, the DASCOM, SOEM Plus, right? So that's programs are there. Now let me go back once, and below the leaderboard, below the back to homepage, there is a leaderboard. Again, so coming to the tech, everybody used what we used? We used the HackerRank lead code, right? Yes or no? Yes, so we used. So in that, whenever you are working on to the programming, you are going to get the XPs, and your XPs will grow day by day as per the submission of your programs. All right. Likewise, XLR is providing a different programs to the different students, colleges, technologies, universities, right? So as per the student performance onto the coding platform. So coding platform, yes. So we are conducting the test on the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, database, core Java, everything. That is a proctor test. We are conducting the MCQ test, we are taking the assignments. So counting all these things, your XPs are going to print here. Okay. So the same concept. Whenever we are going to have the test, one day your name will be also there with the XPs. Let's hope for that. Now let me go back, and below the leaderboard, we have a dashboard. Yes, Chitra, we are here to start the class. Just 5 more minutes, okay? Once I click onto the dashboard, here you are able to see the live session today on the first tab itself. Okay, so you can check here SDP on Foundation of Programming with Python Day 1. I'm clicking on that. Once I click on that, here I'm able to see the join Zoom meeting. Okay, you can click here. You can use the meeting ID passcode to join the meeting. It's required. It's open for the all. You're not required that, but if you're required, you can use that. If the Zoom capacity reaches to the 1000, we have second option as a YouTube link. So you can click on to the YouTube link and you can join the session. Okay. So coming to the YouTube. So now couple of you are the part of the YouTube. You not required that, but if you're required, you can use that. So I will just explain that. See guys, so now I am checking your comments. I'm checking your, there are around 500 participants live on the YouTube as well. So first of all, a couple of you are posting here, but couple of you are not able to see this tab. Which tab is this? Chat, live chat option. Whatever you are going to ask, you have to ask into the chat box. Whatever the links we are going to share, you are going to receive into the chat box itself. So what you can do, first of all, I believe that everybody subscribe the channel. If not, just take a moment, subscribe that. Below the subscribe tab, you can check here live chat option. Okay, so click on that live chat option and you will get this. Now just for the example, let me close the tab. 1 minute. I think by seeing that much participant, my laptop is not working properly. Just minute guys, let me reshare my screen once. Yes. So I'm resharing my screen and we are on a YouTube, right? So from here, if I'm going to close this, and here you can check if I'm going to click on live chat, so I will get that pop up and I can see the chat option. So whatever the queries you are going to have, please keep posting here. Now let me reshare my screen and again let me go back onto the portal because I have to explain on the other aspects too, right? So just a minute. I hope you two participants clear on asking the queries and each and everything. Okay. So on the dashboard itself, you can check here 44 courses enrolled on my platform. But for your platform, it will be 1 or 2 if you enrolled XLR previous program, in the future 2, 3, 4 like that. So now I am searching for this particular program, not required to search. You can see here itself, I'm clicking on that. Once I click on that, I will find the attendance and feedback link, first option. So dear participant, couple of you are asking for the attendance and feedback. So please listen carefully. Attendance and feedback link is the important part of the program. To get the certificate of participation, 60% attendance is mandatory. Okay. Now, couple of you will ask me that, sir, just register, sir, join via link which is shared by the friend. Okay. So no need to worry. Our team will be sharing the attendance link into the chat box over the Zoom, over the YouTube, and it's available over the platform as well, LMS platform as well. Okay. So you can check here that is available on the 3 platform. The same link you have to utilize, any link you can use and you can submit the feedback form that is going to be considered as attendance, and this link will be active in between 8:30 to 9:30. I'm just repeating. Please make sure that you use one email ID for throughout the entire 15 days of training program. Link will be active in between 8:30 to 9:30 for 1 hour. Okay. So please make sure you are submitting your attendance and feedback. आदित्य over the YouTube. Sir, जरा मराठी में भी बोलो please. Sorry to say that, but we have participants from the Pan India, not from Pan India, out of the India as well. So we can't proceed with that. So sorry, but it's normal English, right? We can cope up. We are here to learn and grow, right? So let's focus. Below that, you will find the agenda. In the agenda, you will get to know that what we are going to learn for the next 15 days and 30 hours. You can go through that. You will get the idea on top of it. Then live session, which I already explained. Then session recordings. From here, you can get the session recording and whatever the Jupyter files, PPTs sir going to use for the next 15 days, that will be available here. Okay. And whatever the test we are going to have, you can check here below that. Here in all contest, for me now there are a couple of contests. For you, you will get this program contest and you have to submit. This will be the proper test. Okay. Attendance link will be shared at 8:30. I hope it's clear. If any query or any question, you can just post into the chat box. I will take up that. I will share the registration link as well. So now we'll start with the session. You can keep posting me the queries into the chat box. I will take that. Okay. So thank you so much all of you for listening to LMS and host to Nitya.
Thank you, Amar, for a quick walkthrough on the LMS. Let me hand over the session now to the trainer to move forward. I would request all the participants to hold on for now in sharing the emojis as we are beginning the session. If you have any queries, please post it in the chat window so that we will be able to answer your queries. So you can lower your hand and stop posting on the emojis so that we will be more focused on the training.
Okay. Okay, so I am just starting off, madam. So I hope it's okay to go ahead now. And thanks
Yes,
a
sir.
lot. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for that very nice walkthrough. And thanks, Amar, for a very detailed presentation of our LMS. I'm sure if you have further doubts on it, you can please reach back to the concerned people And a very warm welcome to all of you, bright young minds. Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, I really appreciate your presence on a Monday evening, maybe right out of your college. You are here to attend classes. And I just hope over the next 15 days, you will maintain the same level of enthusiasm and sincerity. Okay, so having said that, let's start off. Right. So, before I start with anything programming or anything or showing you how to code, let me just show you a small picture. Okay. You can just let me know if you have ever seen this person or if you know him by any chance. Not personally, but at least have you heard of him? You can just drop a quick yes or no on the chat. Okay. Somebody says yes. You can just drop on the chat. No raising your hands, please. You can just DM me. Okay. I see quite a few people saying yes, no. Few saying no. Okay. Okay. No problem. Let me tell you about him. For those of you who know, excellent. For those of you who don't know. So he's Tanmay Bakshi, one of the youngest programmers in the world, right? He is a IBM specialist on IBM artificial intelligence, what at one point of time was also called Deep Blue. I think now it's called Watson. He's a regular speaker at the IBM conferences, at TEDx, TEDx, all of these. He's a author, he's a motivational speaker and whatnot. So why do I show his picture? By the way, this is how he looks now. Okay, this is his LinkedIn bio. You can check him out also, by the way. So why do I tell about him? So as I was saying, that you are here to definitely learn programming. Maybe you are also here because you feel that it will do good to your career, which is also correct. And maybe you are here because that certificate means something to you. But beyond all these, please try to love the thing you're learning, especially programming. When ma'am introduced me, you did see that my career, it goes more than 20 years actually now, and I have been doing things like management, business analytics, intelligence sharing, etc. Okay, business intelligence sharing, etc. Then things like delivery management. But even after 20 years in the industry, 20 plus years in the industry, I have kept on programming. Why is it so? Because I've seen that people who give up on programming somehow tend to become stagnant. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons. And the power of programming actually helps you to be very confident in picking up any new technology. So, ma'am also said before, ma'am, the guest, revered guest speaker, ma'am said before, and sir said before that they are working on cutting edge stuff, if you remember, that vision recognition and all that. So, all of these are powered by programming. Behind it is programming. It is maybe Python, maybe some other programming, but there's programming behind it. Why just these cutting edge stuff? It's anything. Like, say, probably your e-commerce portals, right? To the groceries that you buy and you pay, to the UPI that you pay with. Everything is programming. And India has slowly become a superpower because we have very good programmers and programmers who are constantly evolving. Okay. So with that in mind, I start. I hope it will be a fruitful session for you, as I hope it will be for me. Few words of advice, request. See, even if you have a teacher as great as, let me say, Guido van Rossum, who developed Python. More about him in a while, Guido. And if you're not at it, if you're not sincerely working, not sincerely trying, so the efforts will not be worth it. Remember, you're spending a lot of time and energy in attending these sessions. Your teachers are I have high expectations from you. Your college has. So please, you have to practice. Okay. Yes, this is a 2-hour class. We can't practice a lot here. We have a lot of topics to cover, but I will give you a guideline of how to proceed, how to move. We will do few programs in class as well. Okay, so that should be your pickup point. From here, you should be able to develop yourself. Okay, that is point one. Two, you have doubts. So let's set a few rules, okay, few protocols which we will try to cover so that the learning is beneficial for all of us. So what are these rules? One, please, if you have any doubt, please ask. And I say that with a multiple please. Okay, don't sit idle. Don't think that, okay, what will others think? What will sir think? Nobody is going to think anything. It's your learning. You have to learn. You have to ask. Ask relevant questions. Don't just ask anything, but ask if you don't understand the topic. Okay. Two, please don't create a ruckus. As Nitya ma'am told you just now, hold on with your emojis. I know all of you are you you love to be interactive. You are probably being very somber puts you off. It puts me off as well. Okay, but let's maintain some sort of discipline in class. Don't interrupt into when I'm telling something or when some participant is asking something. Okay, all questions, please, you can put on to the chat box as Amar sir told you, and he will redirect it to me. Okay, fourth point, if you are getting stuck on something and you have follow-up questions, you can also please send that across. Okay, so these 4-5 points, and rest what? Let's enjoy. Programming is fun. Okay, so now a quick question to all of you. How many of you have done some level of programming before? Some level. Can be anything, even block programming. Is laptop PC mandatory to learn or practice this? It is actually very good if you have it. Without hands-on practice, it will be tough. So suggest you have some sort of system to work on. Okay. Right. Okay. So how many of you have some level of programming experience, some level of programming knowledge? I'm sure many of you have, but I would just like to ask you. Only C programming. Okay, that's enough. Very good. Then no. Most people are saying no. Okay, somebody says I have done Python. Very good. Excellent. Congrats. Okay, C only. I see many of you have C. C programming. AI is a threat to my career. Okay, this is a good question I have received. I am a CA student and I was wondering if AI is a threat to my career or not. Amar, I request you to please save this question. Towards the end, we will have a small discussion on it as well. Okay. Okay, so guys, those of you who have some level of experience with C or C++, now if I ask you to write, let's say a simple program, yeah, say print hello world, print hello world. So how would you do this? Okay. Now you can just type in your codes, chunks of code in the chat box as well. That's okay. Anyway, I will tell you. Okay. So, and those of you who have no idea, don't worry. Don't freak out. It's just that we are warming ourselves up. So we will go through all the details. We'll start from scratch. Okay. So over here, what do we do? Hash include, I think hash include stdio.h then void main, right? Then a curly bracket, then again a curly bracket closure, then printf hello world, right? So if I have to show you this piece of code as a ranked newcomer, this will be a sort of, what to say, it will actually make you a bit afraid, right? So what is this hash? What is again include and all? Then some void main, then some curly bracket opening, some semicolon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nearly 4 lines of code. Okay. So C is a very powerful language. I'm not denying it at all. But the same thing if I do in Python, this is how it will look like. See, a one line of simple, sweet code. Doesn't it brighten up your day when this comes out? Print hello world. Doesn't it make you more comfortable? So that's the beauty of Python. It's simplicity. Okay, its simplicity is what sets Python apart. Now, how did Python come into existence, and how did it become so popular? So when we learn about something, we should know also about its background. Why are so many people working with Python? So way back in the 1990s, there was this guy. Let me see if I have his photo here with me. Yeah, it is. So there was this guy. You see this guy in a black t-shirt? His name is Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. He's a Dutch programmer. And he was home on one of those Christmas vacations. So as you know, in Christmas, there in Europe and America, the offices closed down for a long time, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes also 2.5 weeks. So he had been home, and it says that he was bored out. He didn't have much work to do, and being a programmer, he thought, okay, let me start doing something so that very young people can also pick up programming. So he developed, in those days, C programming was the most important and very popular programming language. So Guido, although he knew that C was a very powerful language, but he saw some limitations in C. Like it was complex for newcomers, for young people who are just starting out. It is difficult to pick up and master. Okay. So at that time, Guido started developing a wrapper, a programming language, which was a wrapper around C. So if this is the C programming language, he built a sort of an easy programming language at the core of which was still C programming language, but which was much, much more easier than C programming language to program and to pick up. Yeah. And what did he call it? He called it as Python. Now, one quick question for you. Why do you think he called it as Python? You can drop your answers, and you can be creative as well with it. So no answers. What happened, guys? Come on, let me see a few answers from you. Anything you think like. Why did he call it as Python? Okay, so I will tell you. The reason he called it as Python was, believe it when I say this, that he loved watching a British comedy series called Monty Python's Flying Circus. Monty Python's Flying Circus, right? And the main central character in it, Monty Python, he loved him very much. So he named this programming language after Monty Python. Okay, and it became known as Python. So it has nothing to do with snakes or anaconda or anything. Okay, people get this wrong impression that it has something to do with snakes and reptiles. No, not at all. Okay, so he named it as Monty Python's Flying Circus. And in the early 1990s, it was introduced. It was a version called Python 2.0. Okay, and over the years, Python became very popular. With new technologies coming in like data science, machine learning, DevOps, Python suddenly was the flavor of the season. Okay. Some of the reasons Python became so popular are as follows. Just enlarge this as well. Why did Python become so popular? So one reason was that it was very easy to learn. Easy to learn. Okay. Two is that it was open source. What do I mean by open source? Do you have an idea? Open source? I'm sure many of you use open source apps. Okay. So something for which you don't have to pay a license fee. No license fee. No license fee. Okay. This is open source. Third was, as more and more people started working in Python, they came out with more and more libraries as well. Now, what is a library? As the name suggests, a collection of books. Okay, you can think of it as a collection of code. Yeah, you want to do some work in, let's say, deep learning. So there is a Python-based code to implement deep learning. You want to do some work in, let's say, uh, business intelligence. There are libraries based in Python for business intelligence. You want to do some sort of work for, let's say, DevOps, Docker. So there are libraries there. You want to do something on Bitcoin or blockchain. There are Python libraries there. Okay, blockchain. So you name it and something or the other came up. And more people started adopting it. One more important reason is that, and you will see this as we start programming, is that Python is very English-like language. English-like language. That means a lot of the other languages have very technical jargon. Okay. Void main, this, that, this. But Python sounds more like the language we talk in. Okay. Last but not the least, Python is portable. That means you don't have to worry to change your code once you've written in Python and you're running it, let's say in Windows, then you take the code to, let's say, Linux, you don't have to change the code. The same code will work. Or even in Mac OS, there also it works. Okay. So this is the beauty of Python. So these are some of the very important points regarding Python, why it became so popular. Okay, Amar, over to you if you have some questions people are asking, ice-breaking questions, concerns, worries, then we can quickly take them for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Like I will take in the last 10 minutes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay. Right. Good. So till here, so far, so good. Few more things. Now, these things are there to pep you up. Okay. So, large standard library, this I've said. And where all Python is used. Okay. See, they say it's systems programming, web application, GUI and scientific programming, GUI and scientific programming, data analytics, IoT, machine learning, you name it, and Python is there. And see, one statistics, this is a bit old, but even recent times also Python has come as the most preferred language by many programmers, okay, and industries and companies. Okay, so that's one more reason why you should learn Python. Okay, good. Now we had lots of what to say theory, and now let's get our hands dirty, guys. Come on. So we will actually see how we will program in Python. Okay. So what we will do is, I use something called as a IDLE, which comes built in with Python. So if you can download Python, it will be good actually. So what you can do, you can go to the site called python.org and go to downloads. If you have a Windows 64-bit laptop or system, you can directly download this executable. Okay. Or you can go to the other sites also. If you see here Windows, Mac OS, Android, other platforms, you can go there. Okay. Can come here and download your Python versions. Can go with this Windows installer 64-bit or 32-bit, depending on what is your laptop. Can download it. And then what do you do? So how do you install? So once you download it, let me see if I have an installer here. I doubt it. Python. It isn't. Okay. You see here, there's an executable like this, okay? So you can just click on this, then it will ask you to install. In my case, it's modify, repair, uninstall because I already have Python installed. In your case, you will have to press install there. Now let me show you a screenshot of how it will look. Sure you want to cancel? Yes, I want to cancel. Okay, so you can go here and download the latest version. I'm assuming most of you have Windows system. So just check out your Windows configuration, whether it's a 64-bit or 32-bit. And how do you check it? You can actually go to this, go to run systems information and come here system summary. So it will tell you if it's a 64-bit, it will show you something like this. X64 based PC, or if it's a 32-bit, it will show you a X32-bit based PC. Okay. So next, what you will do, you will download based on it, whatever you need, whether it's a 64-bit or 32-bit, download the installer. Okay. After that, when you click on the installer, the menu like this will come. Do you want to run this file? Okay. Click run, do next, it will come as install now. After that, when you do install now, one more thing you have to do, guys, is to click on these two things. Install launcher for all users and add Python so and so to path. Okay, you have to tick these two. Okay. Next. So once this starts installing, you see it will give you a status bar. And once that is done, it will say setup was successful, close. Okay. So how do you know setup was successful? Can come here. If you see my screen here, the search is there or the startup menu. So I can come here and type IDLE. This IDLE is the UI or IDE or integrated development environment where you do programming basically in Python. So a screen like this will open. This is called as the Python shell or IDLE shell. Yeah. Now, for those of you who are not very comfortable with this, you can quickly come here, open this link, which I'm giving you. Just give me a moment. Can come here. This is the link, Google collab.research.google.com. I'm pasting it on the chat window for everyone. This is a wonderful thing Google has done for us. Okay, you can click on this link, sign in with your Google credentials. Okay. Once you sign in with your Google credentials, you will get a screen like this coming up. Okay. Now what you can do, you can come here, file,
new notebook and drive. You see, it takes a while to load because it's over the server, yeah? So you have to be a bit patient. Something like this will open up, okay? So this is like basically a browser in which you can write code and it goes to the Google servers. From there, the response is generated. Okay. So for example, I can write a piece of code. I have one already open. I have one open already. So I will show you how it works. You can type here something like this, 2 plus 2. Okay, this is also Python. And you see this arrow button. This is the run cell, okay? See, this is running. Initially, it will take a while and then it becomes better. Okay, 4. Now next, if I want to add one more row of code, see code. I might also want to add actually comments. Okay, I might add a comment like this. This is the basic. These are the basics of Python. These are the basics of Python. Okay. Do you see a comment like this comes up? Okay. So you can type something like this, print hello world. Yeah. Now you see this is much faster. That's connected to Python. See, it shows it's connected to Python 3 and it is internally it's working. So Google servers are very powerful. It's over the cloud. So you don't need to worry. Just once you have done, you need to rename this. Okay. Rename this like this. Click on this link over here. Click on this window, basically untitled, and just give it some name, some meaningful name. Save it. Okay. It will auto save actually, but still, if you want, you can do a Control S. Okay. I will now request you to finish off the installation quickly, or you can open Colab. Maybe take another 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm giving you a gap. Please try finishing it off. Either the installation as I showed you, or you can open up Colab as I showed you. Login. Amar, you can please take a few questions if people are having issues with installation.
Yeah, okay.
In the meanwhile, I will just take a cup of coffee. And you can also get one if you want to. Programmers do need a lot of coffee actually.
So you two participant, I shared the collab link. Okay. So you can just refer that link. I shared that. I will just ping that over the YouTube chat as well. So he will be having that handy.
I do see a few questions asking is VS Code better or Colab? Definitely, VS Code is a more professional thing. If you know how to program in VS Code, please go ahead. I don't have any issue at all. It's just that if you're not comfortable with installations and all at this juncture, I don't want to disturb you. So I'm giving you a much easier option.
So, dear student, couple of you are asking me about the LMS link, or you not received the details. So, no need to worry. On top of it, you will be going to get all these details. If you not receive that within 24 hours of time span, you will receive that. Okay. So for now, you can focus on the session, and you will be receiving every details. So don't worry about that. And I will be sharing one document as well where you will get the process, whatever I explained in the KT session.
Okay, another couple of minutes. Please finish off the installation. Another 2 minutes. Okay, let's resume now. Yeah. So before we start off with programming, hardcore programming, let's understand a few terms and terminologies. And I'm sure you know them, but it will do us good if we revise it quickly. And what are they? So one is the term is memory. So what does memory refer to in programming? Yeah. Or what does the term memory refer to in general computer science as well. Okay. So yes, let's have a look at it quickly. So basically, it's some sort of electronics, right, in which data is stored, correct? Some electronics in which data is stored. Okay? So it can be any electronics. Basically, you can have things like transistors, registers, etc. Correct? Flip-flops, etc. Gates, which build up your memory. Right? For those of you who have an engineering background, you probably would have done a course on basic electronics in your first year. So you should be knowing this. For those of you who don't have and are not aware, it's okay. It's just understand that there's some electronic gadgets which store your data. Okay. There are two types of memory mainly. One is RAM and the other is ROM. Okay. Broadly, these are then there are some others, maybe cache memory, etc. So not going into all those specifics. So RAM is the memory about which we are more interested from a programming perspective, because this is the memory where all temporary data, etc., processing data, etc., is stored. And once the system is shut off or shut down, it's also erased, rubbed off. ROM is the more long-term memory, which your hard disks, your SSD drives, etc., they're all part of the ROM setup, read-only memory. Okay. So now, why do we understand this? Especially, why are we interested in RAM? That is because this is the thing where you are going to store all your programming data. When you declare a variable, say your name. So this data will be stored in the RAM. Or when you do 2 plus 2, okay, this 2 will be stored in some memory in RAM. This 2 will be, and then they will be fetched again, added and stored in some other memory. Okay. So this is one key concept. The second key concept that I want you to understand is the concept of compilers and interpreters. Okay. Look, how do computers talk? You and I, we talk in English or native languages, mother tongues, right? But a computer doesn't talk in these languages. Okay, a computer talks in what language? Can you tell me what language does a computer understand? Let me see how many of you can actually answer this. And I'm sure most of you will be. Binary. Okay, good. I take that as an answer, right? Binary. Binary numbers. Okay, what are binary numbers, guys? Zero or one. Okay, that is also good. Zero or one, not bad. Okay. Now, what is zero? What is one? What is zero and what is one? Stop, start. Okay. False, true. Okay. Yes and no. Okay. So zero means false, one means true. Okay. So at the core of all this is zero means actually a zero pulse of electricity. And what does one mean? One is usually a 5-volt pulse of electricity. So computers only understand electricity, nothing else. Okay. It understands a 0-volt or a 5-volt. So any electrical engineer out there, be proud about it. You're powering up the world. Okay, right. So computers understand this. We speak English. We write our programming languages also in English or English-like languages, which are called as high-level languages. Okay. high level languages. Now, there must be somebody who has this, what to say, this huge task of translating a high level English like language into a binary, as you said, binary language. Okay, that somebody is called as a translator. Translator. Okay, I hope my screen is visible and you can all follow what I'm saying. So it's a translator. Translator. So there are broadly again two types of translators. One is called as a compiler and the other one is called as an interpreter. Okay. What's the difference? A compiler, generally what it does is that it goes through all your code at one shot and converts it into a binary level language. Okay. It checks for any syntax errors, this, that, and then it converts it into a binary language. It actually generates an executable file, exe, which you can run and get the output. On the other hand, the interpreter doesn't do so. The interpreter actually goes through every line of your code, checks for its syntax, runs that code, runs that line, converts it into a sort of a binary and executes that line. Okay. So this is basically a bit slower compared to a compiled language, naturally, because it is doing line by line. But then the good thing over here is that in a interpreted language, you don't have to worry about your code being run only after everything is correct. Maybe you have written 10,000 lines of code. At the 9,000th line, there is some issue. So rather than you trying to figure out where the issue is, as it happens in a compiled language, in an interpreted language, it is done much more easier by actually finding out the exact point at which the error occurs, and then you can fix the error and start again, continue again till the 10,000th line. Okay. Now I have tried to make it as simple as possible. Obviously, there's a lot of other things that go inside, but understand this. Compilation or interpretation, whatever it is basically the task of converting a human level language into a machine level language. Not a machine language, but a machine level language. Nowadays, if I say machine language, it means something else. Machine level language. You might get somebody asking you, although it's not very relevant for you, but I will just still tell you something. Just make a note of it. In any time in future, if somebody asks you about it, you can tell this then. Python is again not purely a interpreted language. No. It is a combination of compiled plus interpreted language. Compiled in the sense that when you write a Python code, that code is first converted into, it's checked for all these things like syntax errors or any grammatical rules which are not correctly followed. It flags you at that time. Okay. After that, what it does, if your code is syntactically correct, then it converts it into something called as an intermediate bytecode. It is sort of a low level language, bytecode. It's also called as a .pyc file. Okay, don't worry, bytecode. This bytecode is actually run by an interpreter line by line. Okay, it's a sort of intermediate. Again, If you have not understood what it is, absolutely fine. Don't worry. Okay. I'm just telling you under the hood what goes on. Okay. Just a second. Next thing that we will have a look at is basically now, even before we continue with anything more theory or something, let's actually get our hands dirty. Okay. So I've already shown you how to write a Python code to do some sort of mathematics, right? 2 plus 2. So you can do a few more. Let's look at it. Let's add two numbers and divide them. Okay. So 50 plus 6 divided by let's say 10. Okay. So what does it come to? 5.6. If you want to get something called as a remainder, so 56 percentage 10. 6, okay? And then suppose you want to find the power of something. So you can do like this, 10 pronunciation 2. Okay. So why don't you give it a try, guys? Mere talk won't help us, anybody of us. So give it a try quickly. Okay. If you are okay with using ideally, please go ahead. I will prefer you do it in it. Okay, I want you to develop the habit of working actually professionally, like we do in the industry. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Please finish it off. Another minute. Please finish it off. If you're doing in collab, run like this as I've shown you. Okay. Okay, that's it. Yeah, you can stop doing whatever you're doing. Let us move a bit more. So before we start with again programming with, before we continue with some more programming, you have already started, by the way. Let's have a few more things in mind. Okay, let's talk of a few more things in mind. It's called as the rules of grammar of Python. Okay, rules of grammar. What are the rules of grammar? Okay, so few things before we understand even that. One is called as a variable. Yeah, so these are the terms you will hear very frequently. One is variable, identifier, then something called as class and object. Okay, a variable is what? It's like a basically a container in which you store some data. What data? You can store a number, you can store a name. Okay, you can store images also, multimedia. You can store many other things as we will learn later. Okay, so variable is like a container. What container? Basically, again, it will refer some memory address somewhere, yeah, or somewhere in our RAM, some space that has been allocated for keeping data. Okay, so this is called as variable. Identifier. Identifier is basically a name by which you call a variable or address a variable. For example, if we have a friend, right? A friend, we call that friend by some name, we identify that friend by some name, right? Or our houses, we have nameplates on them, correct? So we are identifying our houses by names again. Okay, so this is another concept called identifier. Third point, this will take a lot of our time later on, but now quickly, classes and objects. What is a class? Suppose, let's say a house. Okay, whenever you are building a house, you don't just start digging the ground, right? You first have an architect come over, design the house, put a blueprint, etc., do 3D modeling probably, etc., correct? And then out of that plan, a real world house is built, right? So this plan or the blueprint is known as a class. And out of this class, a real world object, which is the house, also called as an object, is created. Okay. Why do I say this class and object is important? Because in Python, every variable that you will work with, every variable, it is an implementation of a class. A very big term, I know, implementation or instance of a class just means that that variable is a real-time object built out of some blueprint called as a class. So what type of class it can be? It can be an integer class to store numbers, whole numbers. It can be a float class to store floating point numbers and do operations on it. It can be a string class to store text data. Okay, right? So more of this later, very in-depth we will have. When Guido created Python, he had this philosophy of first class every time. First class everything, sorry, I think first class everything. It's everything in Python will be a class first. Right, so that actually solves a lot of our problems now. We have understood the basics. And now for a few boring rules of grammar. It's more to do with identifier rules. Now, I want you to also note it down along with me, right? As I'm writing it over here, you will note it down along with me. Okay. First rule. The identifiers In Python, start with okay. So they can start with characters from A to Z, small, lowercase, capital A to capital Z, uppercase, or an underscore. You can't have things like special characters at the rate of dollar, hash, no, or numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not at all. You can't have that. Okay. So that's the first rule. 2. Identifier length can be anything. Can be of any length. Any length. Okay. So what does that mean? You can have an identifier like this, woo, 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 and go on and go on and say equals to 7. Okay. But that is not a good practice. So keep your identifier names short, crisp, and precise. Like say you want to store a age. You can simply write it as age equals to 10 years. Or if you want to store weight, you can put like WT equals to 50. Okay. So this is the second rule. Third rule is that as somebody had written, I saw, and I give that person actually a congratulations, that identifier names are case sensitive. Now, what does this mean? That means A is equals to 20 is not the same as A is equals to 10. They are two separate entities or two separate objects. Okay, two separate objects. Clear till here? Have you made a note, my dear friends, my dear Pythonistas? Okay. Good, fantastic. Let me see my notes. Have I missed anything? No other special character. Python doesn't allow spaces within an identifier. Yes, because space is also a special character. Okay, so this won't work. If you try to use an identifier like this bond 007, this won't work. Okay, no spaces are allowed. So these are the do's. Don'ts actually, what you can do, what you can't. There are a few good practices which I will tell you. Quickly, I will tell you about them. Okay. Class names start with uppercase. Don't worry about it. When we come to classes, we will deal with it. Starting an identifier with a single leading underscore indicates that the identifier is private. This also, don't worry, just keep it in mind because later we will be using this. Starting an identifier with two leading underscores indicates a strongly private identifier. Okay. If the identifier also ends with two trailing underscores, the identifier is a language-defined special name. If it starts like this, then it is a language-defined special name. Okay. These 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now, you may not be able to correlate with them, but it's okay. You just keep them in mind. Clear? Few more grammar related rules, few more things from the Python lexicon. So there are certain words in Python which are called reserved keywords. What does a reserved keyword mean? It means they're reserved exclusively for use by the Python language itself. Nobody else can use it, nobody else should use it. Okay. And what are these keywords? Some of them are like this. We will be using them on and off: false, class, finally, is, return, lambda, try, none, continue, true, whatever. A lot of them are there. You don't have to remember them. As we do use them, you will automatically get into the mold of using it. Okay, so you can't use these keywords for creating your identifiers. That's one more point. You can't write something like this. You can't write like this, let's say. Where is it? Okay, I will continue, and ideally you can continue with Colab. So you can't write like this: false is equals to 50. You will get an error. Okay. So syntax error, rule is violated. Okay. So these are reserved keywords. What next? One more thing is comments. Okay, very important. Let me tell you. A good programmer is not one who writes a lot of code, but a good programmer is one who writes neat code and an even more neater documentation. What is a neater documentation? So whenever you write a piece of code, you should first write out what is the purpose of that code, what it is doing. Let's say, for example, I am writing a function to calculate the area of a circle. So I will write something like this: f area, get radius, and over here I am going to put something called as comments. 3 quotes means I'm starting a long multi-line comment. Function to calculate the area of a circle. Input is radius. Output is a return value of the area. Okay. And I close this off, 3 quotes. So this becomes my program documentation. Then what do? Return 3.142 into R square. Then I put a comment here against this line: return the area. That's okay. So the moment the interpreter encounters this triple quote, beginning and end, it understands it's comment. You don't have to do anything about it. And the moment it encounters this hash, it also understands that this is just another comment. Ignore it. Okay. This is for you to understand. You, the programmer, you, the you, the user, more so. See what happens today. You write this code. After 3 months, you yourself will not be able to probably understand if it's very big and complex code. But what then will others who will come to the company after you? Okay, so that is why comments are very, very much needed. Make it a habit, guys. Write proper, good comments in your programs. Later on, we will also talk of design documents. I will explain to you how in our industry we need design documents to back up your code. Okay, so we will have a session on these topics also. Okay. Last but not the least, I think this is not, this is important. I think I will start this tomorrow because this needs some demonstration and all. So it's already 8:50 nearly. So Amar, I think I will stop here because this
Yeah,
needs
okay.
some time and effort, and maybe we can take a few questions as we discussed. You can just filter them
Yeah,
out for
sure.
me kindly. Yeah, thanks. If you have questions, please route them through Amar sir. I remember one of them asking as whether AI can take over my job, and he was wondering if it makes sense to even learn programming. I would like to answer that, but yeah, before that, if any technical questions are there, more specific to the topic, and take it up.
So meanwhile, guys, I already shared the attendance and feedback link into the chat box. So please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback about the today's session using the link. And there are some questions that today you register, so no need to worry. In 24 hours, you will get the LMS access, each and everything with the notes, everything. It will be available over the portal itself. Okay. So please make sure that by tomorrow, everybody is going to start utilizing the portal. So Arya, so I'm sharing the registration link too. So you can share with your friends so they can register. They will get the LMS access accordingly. So those who are not registered, I'm resharing the registration link as well. So please make sure that you are completing your registration, because to get the LMS access, registration is important. Even it will not take a 24 hours time as well for now. Immediately you will get the details. After successful registration, you can keep checking into the inbox, or else you can check into the spam folder as well. You will find the details. Pranjali, I just received the question mark. There is no any question mark from your side. Akanksha, you can just make sure that you are using the registered mail ID only for the same. So somebody's asking me on the LMS KT. Yeah, so we are already done with that. You can go through the today's video from the YouTube, and you can definitely start accessing. Does feeding the form and giving feedback completes our attendance? Yeah, that's all. That's all you need to do. There is no another thing. Can you please notice my question too, sir? Can you please share the question? Because I not received any question. Yes, PPT will be available over the portal. Arya, I think I shared the link, so you can just use that to share with your friends. Thanks, those who have submitted the attendance. Meeting link will be the same for all days. Yes, Pranjali, it will be the same for all days. So Deep sir, actually, there is one question from Deepika.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Sir, are the three rules included for identifier or any more?
Can she be a bit more specific? Included for identifier or any more means?
Identifier.
What does she, no, what does she mean included for?
Sir, are the three rules included for identifiers, or there are any more rules?
Okay, not many. Python is very that way, very gung ho. Doesn't bother people with many rules and all. These are the basics. Couple of things we will see related to this thing. What to say is about indentation and all, which will be more of like actually understanding how blocks of code work. So apart from that, not many. Okay. Anything else? So if there's no more technical questions, Amar, if it's okay with you, I would like to address that question because it's a generic
Yes,
question,
sir.
I
You
guess.
can proceed. Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so you had a very good question. Will AI actually eat up my job? And you were wondering whether it makes sense to learn programming. So, guys, first of all, let's say that AI eats up your job. Let's say, worst case scenario. And you say, why should I learn programming or do anything? Suppose AI starts thinking everything for you. What will happen to you? What will happen to us as a human race? So we will go back as a primitive man again, right? And caves, maybe learning to make a fire, or maybe even AI will do that fire for us. So as a human civilization, we can't do that. So I have this point all the time that you have to learn programming. Okay. One is that it will keep you sharp, it will keep you competitive. Even now, there was a programming contest and the human won it. I have my friends and very high in the AI industry are saying, yes, look, many of the low level things will go, but people who are really good, they will still survive. They will survive and they will do great. And AI will actually take up a lot of jobs. That's true. But AI will also create a lot of new jobs. Okay, so how prepared are you for those new jobs? Okay, new jobs, like let's say, okay, suppose you know the basics of algorithm very well. You will create more system dependent things, quantum computing. We'll have to learn quantum computing. That's the next frontier. There also programming will be there. Maybe a different type of programming. Okay. So yeah, these all are there. AI ideally should be helping you. Okay, I hope I've been able to address your concern. Okay. Yeah, again over to you, Amar, if anything's there.
Yeah, okay, sir. So, Ayush, it's already uploaded over the LMS portal, so you can check that. Yes, so attendance and feedback that is sufficient to mark your presence for the session. Certification will be depending on that only, and 60% attendance is mandatory.
Okay.
Rishma, not required to do a re-registration if you registered already. So not required to do that. Where we will get the certificate? Sakshi, wrong time, wrong question. But still, I will explain that. First of all, we have to complete the 15 days. Then we can hope for the certification as per your attendance. And don't worry about that. You will be getting the mail after completion of the program within 8 to 15 working days. Assessment will be on the last day, okay? Day 15. Program structure is like 30 hours, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Okay. Yes, yes, this is a certification program, right? So everyone will get the certificate, but there is a one condition behind the everyone. That is a 60% attendance. May I know the attendance form as I was attending through the YouTube? It's already shared over the YouTube as well. You can check into the chat box. It's shared. Sorry for asking same question again, sir. Please where to access the PPTs? You can access that over the LMS platform. You can check that. That is available into the agenda. There will be only one examination. Recordings of the sessions are available over the YouTube and LMS portal too. LMS portal link mylearning.xlr.com. Jayashri, I just said that 60% attendance is mandatory. Okay, attendance I'm sharing once again over the YouTube. So, dear participant, another question, please post. If not, yes, we're done for the day. We can leave for the day. So, we'll see you tomorrow at same time, sharp at 7 o'clock.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Amar, for
Yeah,
steering the
thank you.
session. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good night,
thank you.
Chala. Yeah.
Yes, good. Timing 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. guys. Okay, so thanks all once again. And we'll see you again tomorrow at same time. Whatever the queries and questions you are going to have, if you not received the mail, no need to worry. Same link tomorrow, Zoom link as well. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you will be getting the notification that session started. You can join the session, okay? And I'm looking forward for getting the feedbacks from you guys. So please make sure that everybody is submitting the feedback and sharing the real-time feedback, okay? Paras Sharma, I already repeated the same thing 3-4 times that you will get the PPTs over the LMS platform. Okay. Okay, I think so. Okay, sir, thank you. Wonderful for us to tell this session. Superb. Okay, it's amazing session. Thanks a lot for the comments. Okay, so let's proceed. Let me check. There are a couple of questions. Yes, Arya. It's work. There is no any problem. Watch today's video. First 1 hour in that LMS kit is covered. Does YouTube channel will also provide attendance? Yeah, on YouTube in a live chat at the time of session you will get the link. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Thanks a lot for the comments. So definitely I will just give you the 100% of clarity if you are going to be attend this program from day 1 to day 15. I'm pretty sure on that you are going to get a very good amount of knowledge. Okay, so I hope you got to know that the delivery what we have done on the day 1, right? And many more to come. So let's stay tuned and keep joining the session on a time. Keep asking the questions, and everything is going to be clear, covered. Okay, here and there, like if you're not receiving the access, but if you're in the session, you are getting the link and information every on a time, right? So don't worry. Now, okay. So thank you so much, all of you, and we'll see you on tomorrow. Whatever the queries or question you are going to face on in tomorrow's day as well, or after ending the session, you can keep that and we'll cover that as well.